Hey YouTube, and welcome to episode 6 of the Morrowind crawl-through with 0 to 100 Gaming. So in the last episode we killed some Telvanni agents, that was a good time, and now we are going to start the Mage Guild quests. There's also one thing that we need to wrap up here in Balmora, which is the side mission with the skooma pipe and the dead body. And I know that I have to find Saya's house somewhere here in Balmora, which is locked. It's a level 50 lock, which I think we can get through. Oh, it's right here. But I'm somewhat worried about being seen. You know, it might be worth it to risk it. Like, I can take care of this, and then I'll go clear my bounty. Oh, great. Make sure. Oh, hi, guard. Okay. Where is Saya? Oh, hi. What can Saya do for you? Wait, do I not have the... Oh, that's right, I died. Oh well. That's too bad. Oh well. You only end up getting like 50 gold pieces. So I took that risk for nothing, but... yeah, who cares? So, well, that's a disappointment, but we're going to move on to the Mages Guild quests anyways. The first quest with the Mages Guild is not... is really easy. It's kind of like another fetch quest. So I looked up the locations ahead of time, just because I don't want to be wandering around Morrowind for 2 hours. Who do I talk to about that? Join the Mages Guild. Sure, I'll take the oath, without even knowing what it is. Okay, duties. Speak with me again when you have proven yourself. In the meantime, speak with Ajira. Okay, I need to find Ajira. Let's see, are you Ajira? No, you're Galbadir.
From where do you hail, friend?
Nope.
I suppose I could spare a moment.
Looking for something in particular.
Okay, there.
Yes, what is it? Do you want?
Okay, duties. Yes, Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms. Mushrooms. Okay, so I have to find those 4 types of mushrooms. And they tell you to go down the river, but instead we're going to take the Silt Strider to Sedanin, because all of the mushrooms are there, and I think that'll be a little faster. There are more exciting quests to get to, and gathering mushrooms, well, I'm sure you can guess how I feel about it. But, you know, while you're an underling, you have to do the grunt work, so that's what we'll do. There's the guy who likes to go on night walks. So I forgot to do it there, but sometimes it's worthwhile to bribe the attendants of the Silt Strider with like 10 gold pieces or 100 gold pieces, because if you raise their disposition, they'll lower the prices, and depending on how much you use the Silt Strider, the investment can be worth it in the long term. But then I think you have to use 100, because if you use 10, then they sometimes get offended. I'm not sure I've found an NPC who gets offended if you only bribe, or if you bribe 100 instead of 1,000. But I'm sure there is one. So there's a tree by the Census and Excise building that has the first 2 types of mushrooms we need. It's not there. We're talking about this one. Or it might be on the other side there, so we'll just check this one out. Okay, Bungler's Bane, that was one of them. And Haifa Fascia, that was the other one. Okay, so that's 2 of the ones we need, but we still need the other 2. And those were out by the body of the tax collector that we found before. I think that was around here somewhere. Yeah, because there were trees in the background. Alright, that looks sort of promising. Raggletail. Well, that's not it, but so do I need. Violet Caprinus and Luminous Rusella. There's Violet Caprinus, and so we just need Luminous Rusella. Oh yeah, that's a problem. It should give you a warning when you join the Thieves Guild. That 90% of... Oh, and there's Luminous Rusella. It should give you a warning when you join the Thieves Guild that 90% of thief-related injuries are due to accidentally drawing a lockpick instead of a sword during combat. So all in all, that quest wasn't so difficult. Knowing the locations really helps. Because if you don't, I remember the first time that I played through, I ended up spending like maybe 30 minutes, an hour on that quest. Probably not an hour, but something like that. Just because if you go to the south of Balmora, along the river, it takes quite a while to find them because they're not all grouped together.
Why walk when you can run?
Yep. See old Hut or Hool.
Friend?
Hool's night walking again. Creeping out the townsfolk. Do I have anything for Revere? Yeah, I've got some stuff for Revere. You have any money now? Yeah, you've got 600 gold. Great. Okay, I don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. Restore health I'll keep. Fatigue, fatigue, fatigue. Health, health. Magic resistance. Yeah, I'll keep that. Invisibility, yep. Fortify speed. That could be useful at times. Fortify luck. And fire shield. I'll get rid of the fire shield. I don't really need that. Need all those mushrooms. Here, I don't know why I picked up the pitcher. Oh, and I gotta sell those pillows. I don't know why I took those. They're not worth anything. Summon skeleton, I'll keep that. Okay, 180. Still made a decent profit.
You wish to speak?
Why'd Revere equip the shield? That's kind of weird. Doesn't go with his overall garb. Revere, the fashionable trader. So with this quest out of the way, I think we can get into something a little more interesting, more fun. I mean, gathering mushrooms, you know, that's always a good time, but I prefer exploring tombs or fighting bandits, that kind
Oh,
of thing.
interesting.
Okay, sup, Azura.
Yes, what is this?
Mushrooms. Yeah, here they are. These are all good samples. Alright, let's see. I can't get advancement, I guess, but let's see, duties. Yes, duties for Spud. Made a bet with Galbadir. Oh, that's the person upstairs. Galbadir. That Azura would be a journeyman before Galbadir. Now Azura must study these mushrooms and write the report. Azura wants you to give Galbadir a fake soul gem. Azura has made a fake soul gem. Take it and put it in Galbadir's desk upstairs. Galbadir should be coming downstairs to talk to Marayin Dren, so no one will see you do this thing. Okay, this seems fairly straightforward.
Sarah? Yes,
Just gotta make sure nobody sees me do
What
this.
do you want?
Do this thing, as they say. Oh, there's Galbadir. What's up?
What
About to sabotage your shit. Watch out. Oh, this must be the desk. Where's the fake soul gem? Right in there. Fake soul gem. Yeah, sounds good. I'm not going to take anything because I know if you take things, then
What is this
I'm
about?
just wrecking your stuff, you know. I think if you take the soul gems, you won't be able to trade with Galbadir later on without him or her getting mad. Okay.
Can you ask him to
Did I put,
Sarah?
yes.
I must be
Yes, I did. You have put the gem in the desk as Azura asked. Azura thanks you. Okay. Duties. Must now study local flowers. Ah. Okay, fine. Fine. Flowers. Now, eat samples of gold cannet, stoneflower, willow, and heather. They can all be found on the shores of Lake Amaya. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so this one's going to take some patience, require some patience from you viewers, because I can't find the locations online, but I have a general idea of where I can find the flowers. So, I'm going to do that, bite the bullet, and hopefully this is the last of the fetch quests that they give me, but somehow got a sneaking suspicion that it won't be. So here's the lake. We'll be heading in this area. So I'm just going to head south along the Odai River, then cross the bridge, and that should take me there. But yeah, you know, there is a purpose to the fetch quests, which is getting you to really explore the world of the game. Because, you know, I could only take the Silt Strider's boats and Mage Guild transportation networks and never really get out into the wilderness and see the unknown parts of the game. And, you know, I guess for people who really enjoy story-driven games, that might be acceptable, but there's something more immersive about being forced to trek across the open world. And I'm generally a fan of large open world games, and with me it's like the bigger the world the better. I don't really get tired of exploring, but I know some people do. So for those people, I think the next game we do will be very directed. I have Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I was thinking about doing that one because I know the copyright for Wolfenstein shouldn't be an issue. There are a couple of others in the queue. But I really want to figure out about Mercenaries because that'd be a fun one. Crossing the bridge. Crossing the bridge. More mushroom trees. Yeah, as soon as we get there, I'm going to wait for day because I won't be able to find any of these flowers unless it's daytime. Oh, I wonder if you can actually see the Yeah, I bet those are the constellations that they, like the signs. You're born under the sign, like the sign of the warrior and the sign of the serpent. Ah, damn it, I just got turned around. Oh well. Yeah, this way. What? Okay, we're going off-road now. Oh, first Cliff Strider of the game. Cliff Racer, that's what they are, not Strider. It's our rat. Oh, more? I thought these things were only further north. I guess not. All of the annoying pop-up creatures. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna rest now. Getting tired of this. 10 a.m. should be good. Oh. Oh, by a scrib? What? Completely stunned me. Oh, well, this will... That was weird. I don't think I fought one of those before. It must have interrupted my rest, and then I just attacked it even though it wasn't an aggressive creature. It just interrupted the rest somehow. I don't know. There should be a path to the right somewhere along here so I can cross over. Oh, yep, signpost up here. And a Nyx Hound. I think we're leveling pretty well, so we should be able to take on some of those quests where, fighting stronger monsters soon. I think we'll do the Hlelu quests, and those will be similarly low level. But then after those, we can get back to the main quest line, follow that out of the city. And at that point, I think things will start to get interesting. We could start with the Thieves Guild quests that are in Vivek, and that'll bring us back to Valmora, and then we can do the switcheroo that allows us to become the leader of both the Thieves Guild and the Fighters Guild. Okay, what are the flowers that I need? Gold, Cannet, Stoneflower Petals, Willow Anther, and Heather. I think they're right around in this area. So we'll just follow the lake, kind of going off the trail, until we find them all. Oh, Gold Cannet? But wait, there's no... How do I take these? Oh, you have to find the flowers themselves. Okay, so only like one of them has it. Heather. Cork bulb. What else do I need? Oh, I don't think I need a cork bulb. Gold, Cannet, Stoneflower Petals, Willow Anther, and Heather. So I have Heather and Gold Cannet, or Cannet. But cork bulb doesn't help me at all. What's over here? Stoneflower. That was something we needed, wasn't it? Yeah, we needed stoneflower. Stoneflower, more gold cannet. And there's one other thing. It's like willow anther. Yeah, we need willow anther. Other black anther. Is it black anther? Gold cannet, stoneflower petals, willow anther, and heather. I don't think this is it. No. That's definitely not it. Stoneflower. Already got some of that, but we can get some more. Willow flower. That's not actually willow anther either, is it? Oh, there it is. Willow anther. Okay, that was much less painful than I thought it was going to be. So now the long march back to the Mages Guild. Oh, well, at least there are mushroom trees to look at. There are weird spiral things that only appear when they're in the corner of your vision. Ooh, ooh. You know, at least these things are out of the way now. Because once the quests start to pick up, once you're going into caves and getting involved in like vampire rituals and that sort of thing, then kind of miss the simpler quests, the one that just have you running around where you don't have to worry about getting killed every 2 minutes. Is that a Nyx Hound I see in the distance? Oh, yes it is. Will we be fighting that Nyx Hound? No, we will not. I don't really need those points. I'm leveling fast enough as it is. There's also that side quest at Moonmoth. You know, I think I'm going to pick that up now. Might as well get that quest started while I'm passing by. No, I have to talk to one of the general dude who's inside.
Yes.
Oh, and I completely forgot about the Legion quests, which we'll also be doing. There's that whole line of quests that starts in Ebonheart, and then also at the Deathshed Legion, which is further to the north.
Don't stand about.
And those are some good quests too. There you are. Thieves Guild. Work. Through various channels, I've learned a bit about your situation, and I'd like to tell you a little story, and when I'm done, you can ask me some questions, and then, maybe, you might decide to go out and do some things. You might, and you might not. That's your affair. And I also want to tell you about a nice present I think the Emperor wants you to have. I'm not sure where it is, but maybe you'll want to check back and see if I found it, later, after you have done some things. Okay, so it's one of those, I don't want to say anything, but... Okay, so let's talk about the little story. Once upon a time, there was a bad magistrate who took gold from criminal organizations to reduce the sentences and fines of criminals. Everybody knew he was doing this, but nobody could prove it, because even if it could be proved, the bad magistrate had important friends, and proof is not as powerful as important friends. At the same time, there was a good officer who enforced the laws, because he thought laws made people happy and safe. And it bothered the good officer that enforcing the laws did no good, because the bad magistrate let the criminals go as quick as the officer caught them. For a long time, the good officer sighed and said, "What can I do? Because the bad magistrate has important friends and nothing I can do will touch him." But then the good officer said, "Say, wait a minute, what about bringing the bad people who are bribing the bad magistrate? They haven't got important friends, and if they aren't around, then the bad magistrate can't get any more bribes." And even better, the good officer suspected that the bad people who were bribing the bad magistrate were probably criminals themselves. So the good officer just decided that it would be good if the bad people who were bribing the bad magistrate should go away, forever. So that good officer made a little special prayer that there would be a little bloodbath to wash the bad people away. There, isn't that a nice little story? Maybe not a perfect story because it ends with a prayer and not a bloodbath, but maybe the story isn't over yet. Okay. So let's find out the bad people. Oh, the bad people are the Kimono Tong. I thought everybody knew that. They are a criminal organization. Unfortunately, I don't know who the Kimono Tong are. No one will tell me because I am an officer, and it is against the code to tell officers things. The people in the Thieves Guild hate the Kimono Tong. I bet if you asked the Thieves Guild, they would cheerfully tell you who the bad people are and where to find them. Okay, Bloodbath. The bad people in my story are the 5 members of the Kimono Tong. I know they are a scout, a pawnbroker, a savant, a thief, and a smith. And they are in Balmora. Unfortunately, I don't know their names. Maybe you can find their names, and where to find them, and then maybe a story could have a happy ending, with a little bloodbath instead of a little prayer. Okay, that could happen, potentially, but what's this nice present? What is the nice present from the Emperor? I'm sure I don't know. I think it is supposed to be a surprise. And as I said, I'm not sure where it is, but I might find it any time. So check back and see if I found it later after you have done some work. Okay. So yeah, that's a roundabout way of saying he wants me to kill some people. So we'll head back to the Mages Guild.
Yeah.
Give them these flowers, and then we'll talk to the Thieves Guild, figure out who the bad people are, and perhaps take care of them. I don't know, it might be one of those situations where we go in to take care of them and then they absolutely tear us down. But, you know, doesn't hurt to try. We'll come back to it if it's too difficult now. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Just keeps on rolling. I think I'm starting to go a little bit faster, which is nice. Just a little bit, though. There's still a long way to go before we're, sprinting across Morrowind at a rate that I'm happy with. Oh, and you like to walk in the rain too, don't you? What is your deal? You just pace back and forth? Is that your thing? Are you the town pacer? Oh well, do you, I guess. Do I have things for Revere? No. Wait till I have more. Mages Guild.
Outlander.
I wonder what happened with that soul gem thing. It'd be funny if I heard the conclusion of that. Oh, you're just standing here? Are you mad? I'm gonna talk to you.
All right, I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, that's whatever. Okay, take your damn flowers.
All right, I'm listening. Speak freely.
Do you have the flowers? Yes. Okay. I've got some cheap restore magica potions. Maybe I should start practicing some magic. Alright, well, whatever. So, that's the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in episode 7.